So, removing of negative energies and entities is similar to doing white light. So, if you haven't already checked out that video, make sure that you do, because that will explain quite a bit of what I'm going to tell you as additional. But if there is somebody who is negative that you interact with on a regular day that are physically alive, what you would want to do is do your own personal bubble. And again, check that video out if you haven't done so already. But in addition to that personal bubble, when dealing directly with somebody who's physically negative, you can white light them too. And when you do that, it won't last very long because in the end, they have to take control of their own personal being. But what will happen is you will find that the interaction between the two of you is less cumbersome and you won't feel your energy being sucked out of you because it just that happens with negative people. They take our energy. So that will help you deal with that. From a spiritual perspective, when dealing with negative entities, a lot of time it's when you come into a room and it just feels terrible. And it may not even be the whole room. It might just be like all of a sudden someone's standing next to you and you just get the sense that something bad is real close to you. So when that happens, white light that spot immediately. Throw that power symbol in there. In a neutral perspective, again, you have to come at it neutral. So if you get startled because something woke you up or you walked into a space that you weren't prepared for, or you just know something is not right. Once you take control of that and honestly push it out, you indicate that nothing negative or ill will can be here. And when you do that, they listen. They might struggle depending on how strong the negative entity is. However, in the end, you have ultimate power over your well being spiritually. So, what you can also do is if you work in places where there tends to be a lot of negative people and or entities, um, hospitals, for example, one of the worst places when you have abilities. Churches, which you wouldn't think would be, but that happens also. Um, and cemeteries, they are some of the worst places to go to from a negative energy perspective, whether the people are alive or past. But what you can do is if you are constantly in these areas that will potentially put you around these, have some protecting stones on you. There's a few main ones that you'd want to carry with you. You can stick it in a necklace. You can put it in your pocket. I know females will put it in their bra. Sounds silly, but it doesn't move. Um, but white cellulite, black tourmaline, um, tiger's eye. And then also, what I would suggest is when you're moving around into a store that has these gemstones and crystals and whatnot, have the intention of what you need it for. So let's say you work in a hospital setting, and as you walk around, just let whatever stones vibrate towards you, because there's going to be some stones that may be labeled something that you wouldn't think would help you, but you need that for your own personal insecurities. And so, because we all have them, so if you also have that on you, it will also help you because negative energy likes to feed upon our own insecurities. So if we have something that's helping us with those, they have less to utilize against us. So just see what calls to you, but definitely use those other three on a regular basis. Keep it on you. Um, at times, depending on how full it gets, you'll have to cleanse them. You can do them through running of water and white lighting them, or you can put them in the moonlight, overnight. So it doesn't have to be direct moonlight, it can be on a windowsill. But those are two ways to clear it very easily, just to make sure that your stones aren't too full to help you more. If any of the stones break, they're done. Just you'll have to get a new one. And it's not necessarily important the cost. They don't have to be big and they don't have to be perfect. They can be in raw form, raw cut. So you really don't have to spend a lot of money to do those things and get those things. It's all about the safety that you need. And really, the smallest little, tiny little stone, it will do a lot. Thanks.